A special guest here. His name is Jay Jones. He is a real estate investor as well as a wholesaler, a flipper, a buy and hold investor, and just want to give you guys a nice warm welcome to Mr. Jay Jones over here. How you
Awesome,
doing?
awesome. I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah, man. We're good. We're live. We're ready.
All right. Sounds great, man.
So I found out about wholesaling, just searching through, how to get started in real estate. I started searching Google, then I started searching YouTube, and I kept seeing wholesaling. So it took me probably a couple of weeks, man, like before it really started to click. Like, okay, this is what wholesaling is. Okay, this is actually working. So it wasn't like right away I just started going into wholesaling. So after I finally understood the concept and I got busy, it took me 4 months to close my first deal. So I remember it was like when I started May or June of 2017 or 2018. And then I started a mailing campaign. And like after that, it took me 4 months. And it was a long 4 months, but once I finally closed it, man, like it was literally the best feeling ever. And I said, okay, I want to experience this feeling more. So 4 months it took me to get my first deal.
So you've been in wholesaling so wholesaling is like now money. Fix and flipping is like money just a little bit later on. And then, but generational wealth is going to be your buy and holds.
Of course.
That's your continuous money. And for you can do fix and flips, you can do wholesaling, but for instance, like every 5 fix and flips, you buy one buy and hold,
Correct.
And like that. What do you recommend they do? First steps, getting out the gate. They're just learning right now, because I got a lot of people who's coming into this group who they're just getting information. That's all they're doing. They're just trying to see what's out there. They're very newbies. They haven't done one deal or anything like that. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing this right now with 2 people. They're calling me their mentor. So I'm kind of doing that with them, right? Helping them get their first deal.
Yep.
And the first thing I tell them is just choose one thing, right? Just choose, if you want to wholesale, for example, just wholesale, choose one lead type and one marketing strategy. Just stick to that until you figure it out. Because what happens is and I'm starting to notice with people I'm mentoring is they'll do something for a little while, then they'll just try something else. And then they're totally in a whole different area. I say, no, one lead type, one marketing strategy, just do one thing so that you can focus on that, learn that.
First started off in wholesaling. We started off with a mailing campaign that ain't really go anywhere. Okay. I gotta, and then we went to a texting campaign. It was okay, but what really paid off was the cold calling. So the cold calling really is what paid off. Then we got our first deal through that, and then I ended up hiring a cold caller, a virtual assistant. So, and through that, I had to learn how to train somebody, because your VA is only as good as you train them.
Agent, but kind of primary sources, kind of looking for a fix and flip so that I can get into that next rental. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So speaking of criteria, for a new wholesaler trying to get to know a buyer, okay, for you as a buyer, what are the questions that need to be asked for a buyer, for them to get you the right property? So what is your criteria? What other questions do you get that needs to be asked?
Yeah. So do you want me to say what my criteria is?
Yeah. Why not?
Do you really want me to?
Oh, by the way,
cool.
by the way, anybody who wants to get a hold of me, He'll be my buyer. All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you
work
go.
with Randy. So
There you
like
go.
if someone were to ask me like what my criteria would be, it would be anything that's a 3 bedroom, at least a one
Okay.
bath. I would love to have it at least 1,000 square feet. I'll look at 900
Okay.
depending on the area with a basement.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
I prefer a basement just because usually it's more value. Don't really care about a garage. But that will be it. 3 bedroom, one bath, at least 1,000 square feet with a basement in Metro Detroit, somewhere between Oakland and Macomb County. So that would be
Okay.
kind of my buy box is that.
And what
So
constitutes a good deal? 65% ARV, minus repairs, 75%
mhm,
ARV minus repairs. Because of the
yeah.
whole interest rates and what's going on, where are you buying at right now?
Yeah, so I'm buying at 70%, somewhere between 65 and 70. But
Okay.
I'm conservative on my ARV. So if I see something selling for 210, I'm playing around with 195 and 200 as my buy price. So
Okay.
that's kind of how I kind of pad my number a little bit. So I
And,
just kind of killed.
and for all the new people out there who say ARV is 210, and then maybe try to push it to 215 or 220 and things like that, you got to accommodate for these interest rates going up,
Mhm.
the slowdown in the market, everything going down. So you have to bring that ARV down and be conservative, just like you are. So we
Yep,
have a
cost
couple
of
questions.
repairs too.
Most definitely, we have a couple. Kind of marketing are you doing at the right now?
Yeah, yeah. You said Sean, right?
Yep, Sean
Yeah,
Martin.
yeah. Well, I can't tell you all my secrets, Sean, man, because you're probably gonna take them all. But no, the type of market I'm doing, I focus mainly on cold calling. So that's my marketing source. That's my machine, and
Okay.
I use a dialer. And the type of lead type that I'm chasing, I'm doing a lot of tax delinquents, probates, type of leads. So
Now, are
those are
you
the
going
ones I'm kind of
directly
chasing.
to the city, or are you getting them off of a list like PropStream or
Mm.
or Batch Leads or anything like that?
Yeah, so the probate leads I'm getting from PropStream. Now, I
Okay.
used to go down to the city in Macomb County and grab the probate. The
Yeah.
process, at least my process, was just long. I had to find the case number, find it out if it had inventory, take the case
Hmm.
numbers, go down to the probate, pull all the files, look through the files, copy them,
Yep.
and then pay for them. And although I would love to keep doing that, it took a lot of time. So I just go to PropStream and I use probate.
Hmm.
And actually, one of my deals that I'm buying on Friday was from the probate. A lot of deals was from follow up.
Hmm.
It's one of the most key things you can do in any business, and also in
Yes.
real estate. Like I literally asked the lady. I bought a house in Mount Clemens as a flip, and I bothered this lady for about 6 or 7 months, just maybe every 2 weeks, just on her. And
Hmm.
at the closing table, I asked her. I said, um, hey, I got to ask you because I'm at the closing table now. Like we're ready to buy. And I said, well, why did you go with me? Because I'm sure you had other people give you
Yeah.
offers. And she said, yeah, they did. But you were the only one that annoyed me enough. And I took that as a huge compliment because, and she also said it because you followed up. Like you were the only one
Yeah.
that continued to follow up. And I've gotten a lot of deals that way. The deal I'm going to buy is from constant follow up. Every month,
Hmm.
setting a reminder, send them a text message. So follow
Yep.
up is just 100% key.
Oh, most definitely. And I've gotten people say they've gone with me because of one, I follow up with them, and two, I ask them how they're doing. You
Yeah.
know, just be personal, things
Yep.
like that. So I didn't get any update about what he meant. So about the job that needs to be done on the property, I'm assuming he's talking about the rental costs or the renovations that you do on
Rehab.
your fix and flips, your
Oh yeah.
rehabs. So do you do them yourself? If not, you have a crew or anything like that. How do you go about that?
Yeah. So I hope we answer your question, Ian. So I do have a team of people. So I was not blessed with the handy hands. So I have to have a group of contractors that really know what they're doing. So I hire them to do the job. I have them give me a scope of work a lot of times before I buy the property. So during my inspection period, we try to get as close as to the number as possible. So that's how I get to know what needs to be done on the property. And one extra step, it's kind of just sort of a nerdy thing that I do. I create a spreadsheet of everything that I buy on that property. So the last few houses, because I want to know, how much it cost. And when I get that next house, I can try to guesstimate, hey, I spent 40,000 on this one. That one needed a lot of work. Hey, I might only spend 30 on this one. And I literally put everything down so I know how much rehab costs. And then I can put my, hey, how much did I actually make on this property? So I actually make a spreadsheet of that. So, because rehab, I've been off on every single one of them.
Even down to the caulking that you use, huh?
I'm serious. If I showed you my spreadsheet, you'll think I'm crazy. From the caulk, the nails that I buy, everything, because it's all Home Depot.
Yeah.
But just to figure out like how much, because renovation costs can slip your hands quickly. You start noticing I'm spending money on this and that. You're like, whoa, the budget just got out of hand quick. So you kind of want to know how much a kitchen costs. So now I kind of know in my head, okay, cool. Kitchen is probably going to be somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000. If I put appliances in, bathroom's going to cost me this, so that you can start to kind of be a little more strategic.
Nazimi, and I probably butchered that name, and I do apologize. He says, how do you fund your deals if somebody as an investor is not contractor? Can you still get contractor pricing for your repairs? If yes, how?
Okay.
So
yeah, great question. So how I get my deals funded, I'm using hard money right now to fund my fix and flips, and even the rental that I bought, I used hard money. Also using a little bit of private money as well. So I do have some people that have invested with me on some of these deals. So I went into, this is 2 homes with, I purchased it for $0, and I just used my money to fix it up. So I'm basically using hard money to fund most of it. So 80% is what he funds, 80% of purchase, and then I bring the rest in, whether private money or my own money. The other question was something about what was
I'll pull it right back up here.
If somebody as investor is not, I'm guessing, a contractor, can you still get contractor pricing? Can you get contractor price for your repairs? I mean, I think most people, you tell them you're an investor, so they kind of know that you're looking for budget friendly options, I guess. Hopefully I'm answering this question right, but usually when you say like, hey, I'm an investor, they kind of give you a decent price instead of a homeowner.
That's what it sounds like to me, to be honest. So
yeah.
And then our biggest thing is, the contract. So one thing that I've seen contractors, if a contractor prices you to do a job and they're saying, oh, this is included material. If it's a small thing that, they just all they're doing is getting, say, like a bag of concrete or a bag of this or a bag of that, then I'm not worried about that. But if it's a fencing job, more than likely, and they're including the cost of the material in there, more than likely they're charging an extra 20% for the material. So in my opinion, pay for the labor, get a thing for the labor, and then say, give me a list of the materials that you need and I'll go get the materials. And that way you can actually get it from Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. You apply for the rebates, get the discounts, get the cash back on a credit card, whatever you do. That may be penny pinching. Hey, as an investor, you got to save every little you can.
Yeah, man. So, yep. You hit it right on the head, man. You hit it right on the head, because that's what I do. I do labor pricing only, and it might be a little bit of work. I gotta go find the materials. But I created a contractor's guide of literally SKU numbers and everything, so that all I gotta do now is go on the computer and just create a list and have it delivered to the site. But yeah, I do labor pricing. That way you can learn this stuff, and then know that you're not getting, screwed over when they're talking about, hey man, I'll do it all, pricing, labor, and materials. No, I'll get the materials, you do the labor. I was gonna do a shameless plug, but I wasn't so ashamed
Yeah,
of it.
go right ahead. Go ahead.
But if anyone's on here, they want to get like some more real estate content, join my YouTube page. It's Real Estate J Jones with a Z.
Yep.
And then just subscribe and hope you enjoy some content. Tell me what you guys want to see. I love real estate.
Most definitely go see him on YouTube. He's definitely like, I'll watch your videos, man. So,
I appreciate it.
trust me, man, it's all good. And he's got some good content out there. Also, this is also being straight into our YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is just Randy Steadwell. It's my brand. Okay. I'm on there on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, all of it. So